Hello everybody on the Schwantz27's channel, it's your Lord and Savior, Vince Zampella, here to tell you about the latest update to our game called Operation Endeavor and the small update that dropped 3 weeks ago titled Harvest Time. Since EA has purchased Respawn, of course we're not going to be able to put out any more free DLC because that goes against everything that EA stands for. So there's no new maps, and by that I mean maps from the first game being reintroduced into the sequel, no maps for the live fire game mode which we're keeping on life support as something to pat our backs about creating DLC maps from scratch, and no new maps for Frontier Defense, and by that I mean maps that are already in the fucking game, just ported to the PvE game mode. Instead, we're going to give some skin love to those weapons that have been left out because they're actually kind of shit and have a low usage rate. So we probably won't make the money back that we put into actually putting skins on these fucking guns. These skins will cost $5 each or $20 for 6 and will be Elite Warpaints, which means that even though we claim cosmetic-only DLC, equipping these camos can give you double XP at the end of match, along with an extra merit for you and your teammates. So much for that excuse. Not that Jim Sterling didn't rip that excuse to shreds in the Jimquisition this week. Anyways, there are only 2 skins that are actually brand new in the Phantom Longbow DMR, which would have been better with the Tricks and Treats patch, and Sky R97, which I didn't know the sky is more white than blue judging based on this camo, but the other 4 are actually camos that have been done before on different weapons, like the Heatsink Cold War, originally on the Bolt, Masterwork Double Take, originally on the Kraber, Purple Fade G2, originally on the R97, and Crimson Fury 201, originally on the Car SMG. This is the type of minimal effort you'd expect to see from an EA studio, so we're fitting right in with our new masters. Oh, and since we're selling out now, the Jump Starter Pack, which was originally meant for only the Titanfall 2 Ultimate Edition scrubs to have them actually catch up to the pilots that have been supporting us from day one and not just jumping on the bandwagon. However, people will buy it, so we're selling it for $6.99, and it includes 10 double XP tokens, all Titans and pilot tacticals unlocked from the start, the R201 Underground Elite Warpaint, and 500 in-game credits to buy shit with. Speaking of buying shit with in-game money, all Advocate gifts are now purchasable instead of being locked away behind RNG gifts that the Advocate drops that don't fit into the EA mold of loot boxes, since you can't buy them with actual money aside from that Jump Starter Pack. This includes the new holiday banners called Slayer. Get it? It's a homonym of a person that ignores the OBJ for killing shit. And Before Grapple, which is a bear on a moped. Oh, and about that Grapple, we undid the nerf to Grapple that we put in place during the October Tricks and Treats patch. Originally, we wanted to give some of the other tactical abilities some love, and it wasn't a balance issue. However, our data showed that players were still using the Grapple and reverted it back, unlike some other developers' bad conclusions from vague data. Who could have guessed that this nerf didn't help out the usage of other tacticals compared with Grapple, considering that we didn't change anything else about the game, including the map design, which was actually specifically made for showcasing the Grapple ability in the first place? We wanted to just placate those that wanted more variety in the game by showing them how dumb their ideas actually are. We also nerfed the G2 to drift upwards as you shoot, but for console only, because of course the console version and PC versions have different meta due to different input devices. What a novel concept. There are also going to be some new featured game modes, which are just variants on existing modes that restrict items to get that variety that you twatwaffles desire, like either all tick or all phase attrition, along with Turbo Last Titan Standing and Turbo Titan Brawl, which basically means double core and dash regen rates, along with a turbo engine kit. But no, sorry, we're not going to tote our free DLC promises by putting in any more maps into the game or into Frontier Defense, since it's already been out a year and nobody gives a shit about your game after a year, and most of the studio is working on other money-making endeavors for EA, hence the name of the patch, like a Star Wars game that isn't a complete pay-to-win piss take, and a third Titanfall game, which will take its cues from the mobile game developed by Nexus more than the sequel, which is the most consumer-friendly AAA title in years, despite the rampant microtransactions in a full-price game.